No, so I'm back from outer space with that look upon my face. And I'm going to continue what I started to do with the first video this afternoon. I got sidetracked by my emotional processing, and it probably needed to be sorted in my brain. And as I said, I was very ill yesterday, but I was gifted with the most powerful spiritual innovation late in the afternoon, as often happens on summer evenings, you know, late spring, early summer evenings. And I'm lying in my bed with a cool breeze blowing across my body, and it feels luxurious and beautiful and blessed. So I started singing to all my favourite songs, and I belted out a few tunes. And then I found my leg kicking out while I'm lying in my bed, and I thought, oh, the Tanya wants to dance. So I actually got up, put music on in my kitchen and danced. And then I was making yogurt with my brand new yogurt maker that I hadn't used yet, my electric yogurt maker. And that was frustrating because I had trouble calibrating the thermometer and I had trouble working it all out. But I made yogurt till 10:30 last night. And then I went to bed about 11. I fell into bed, and I had a fair bit of insomnia again, but not too badly. But I had a much better sleep. I slept till 11:30 this morning, which is why I'm feeling clear, crystal clear, like a bell. You could go ding, 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 and you'll get the echo ding, ding, ding back. And I'm synapsing on all 4 channels. I'm bodily weak. I'm finding myself having difficulty walking, but lightheaded and dizzy, and that's from lack of oxygen, people, and exhaustion. But my mind, as you can see, is crystal clear. I love it when my brain's synapsing on all 4 channels, and I know exactly what's going on, and I'm clear-headed, and I'm happy and contented in my little world, right? So it's still the 14th of November. It's now 1:09 p.m. and I had problems with my computer, not my computer, problems with my iPhone. I had storage problems. I haven't been able to make videos of my readings for the last few days, which was also a source of great frustration and distress. But I've cleared out almost all my photos, kept only the most precious ones, and retrieved some space. So hopefully it will all be okay. So we continue with the readings, and why are we in October? That's not right, is it? And my laptop's done some weird thing, so bear with me. I had it on the right page, I'm sure I did. Anyway, you see, I have Debukim and little Jean in the house, little trickster spirits that even mess with my laptop. Turn your head for one moment and it all goes to shit in a handbasket. Never mind. I can do this, people. I am a professional. Professional at what? I don't know. Let's not let things go too much to my head. I'll get ideas. I'll think I'm a very important person, of value and meaning, cherished, desired, adored, honoured, respected. Fantasies, people. Fantasies. But I have been treated in certain quarters with great honour over the decades. So it's not a complete fantasy. It is real. Now, where are we? We want why is that? So I talk to myself. I've been alone for 29 years. Of course I talk to myself. Some of my best conversations happen with myself. It's how I sort things out in my head. 1:11 p.m. Make-A-Wish, people. It's the angels. What do the angels wish for us, people? Truest, deepest, most ardent, passionate, romantic, authentic, loyal, faithful, love, and prosperity and joy and peace. That's what my angel wishes for me. Can't speak to anyone else, but that's what I wish for me. You always want what you've never had, right? You do. It's human nature. Why are we in December? We're meant to be in November. Well, this is bizarre. I can't even get to the right story. I have to take a moment to breathe. Breathing is always an option, people. I discovered in 2019 after my gallbladder surgery. Breathing is always an option. Why is it jumping around all over the place? Doing a shamanic tribal dance. Right, here we are. I found it. Memories, 8th of November 2023. Charlie dropped her egg, whistling and other quirky memories. That deep breathing actually gave me, I've got a feeling of anxiety in my solar plexus now. It's supposed to relax you. It made me even more nervous. Incongruent as usual. He is purring while I make my tea, and we are rejoicing in the workings of the divine feminine, or in Judaism, that energy is called the Shekhinah. Balance will be restored. Yay. First I'll show you a photo of my beautiful boy who is now in the next dimension, where all beautiful boys go when they transition their little bodies. Love you, Socks. You were a beautiful boy. I just wanted to segue a little bit. I had a reminder, a soul reminder, when I went to the Holocaust museum 2 days ago. The lovely woman at reception, who I actually remembered eventually. It took me a while, but when I found out what her name was, I said, actually, I've met you many years ago in the community. Very sweet woman. But it's a funny thing about Jews, and here in Brisbane anyway, I don't know about elsewhere in the world, but our Jewish communities have this nauseating habit of aggrandizing politicians. So the first thing she said to me was, Councillor Adrian Schrinner came and he looked at that VR video and he couldn't finish watching it. He burst into tears and cried and had to take it off. I stared at her meaningfully. It was a harrowing video about a little girl that's about to be shot, right? And this did happen in Nazi Germany. The bulk of the extermination of human beings was not done in the camps and the gas chambers, but we're done writhing in pits, shot, stripped naked and shot and thrown into the pits, which literally used to writhe with people that were still not quite dead yet, scrambling to get out. It was utterly, utterly horrific. So, and it didn't just happen to Jewish people, but it happened to the Roma and gay people and communists and political dissidents, the Jehovah's Witnesses, anyone that Hitler didn't like, didn't agree with, didn't want to survive on this planet. So bear in mind, politicians. Hitler was a politician. Pol Pot was a politician. The people that slaughtered in Darfur, politicians. So I find it a strange anomaly that my own Jewish community deifies and aggrandizes and worships politicians. It's fucking creepy in my worldview, okay? They don't see it that way because they think by aggrandizing these other human beings who they don't know their true hearts and souls, by the way, because politicians are very good at hiding their true agendas, that we are keeping ourselves safe. So she mentioned Shriner. I haven't met Shriner. I haven't eyeballed him. I don't know the calibre of the man, but it was heartfelt that she said he cried and had to take the thing off. Shows that he has a sweetness somewhere deep inside his soul, or he has a family ancestry, or he has a survivor guilt about what happened during that war. That is a reality too. And then she said that she mentioned Peter Dutton came and that he watched the whole thing and he thought it was wonderful. I said, of course he is a fucking fascist. Why did you even let him in the front doors? She looked at me in horror. She said, oh, but he's supporting Israel. I said, of course he is. He's got his own agendas. You would trust that like you would trust Idi Amin or Hitler to hold your Jewish baby and hope that he wouldn't smash its head in. That's how I feel about these people, by the way. So she looked at me because she assumed I'm a Green supporter. And, she said to me, oh, well, the Greens are like really evil. And they are. What they're doing right now is, when she told me, I was horrified. She said the Greens are really evil too now. They're funding all these rallies against Israel in favour of the Palestinian people after Hamas has just gone in and shot innocent Jewish people in Israel dancing, living joyously, which is a trigger for me because what do I do every weekend but dance and live joyously, with threats of being stabbed, by the way, in recent memory. So I looked at her, I understood completely. I do understand. But the Greens are not safe. Labour Party, with their promoting of this, definitely are not safe, and I consider now to be the most evil, because they used to support the underdog, the poor and the marginalised and the working men and women. Labour Party was actually founded as almost a socialistic left-wing party to get the rights for workers, right? Traditionally. Well, how far they have fallen from the original political agenda. Liberal Party, don't get me started on that. So I dislike all politicians of all stripes, of all colours, of all spectrums. None of them are trustworthy. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And the Holocaust is a very excruciatingly painful reminder of that. But in our contemporary times, we have the actions of Palaszczuk, Dan Andrews, and all the other state leaders, Berejiklian or whatever that creep's name was, however you pronounce her name. Sorry, I can't go there with it. I just can't. Oh, and let us not forget in New Zealand, that thing, that creature who quickly absconded her role so she can function with the WF and, destroy human society even more from that echelon. What was its name? Oh yes, Jacinta Ardern. Sorry, I find them all reprehensible and evil. I don't care how powerful or how aggrandized they are. Now, I was thinking in recent months about returning to my Jewish roots because I've been a lapsed Jew for some years, and it's a seeping wound that as a Jew in my soul, I have been isolated and marginalised from my own community because of decades of abuse. I thought maybe I'll return in blazing full Viking warrior goddess glory and resume my contributions to my Jewish community, which is, as a Jew, part and parcel of being Jewish, to contribute, to defend and protect your community, which I did do for years, fighting on the subject of child sexual abuse, for which I was demonised. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll return. I'll at least go to shul once a month, maybe, and, you know, pray to the Holy One in all manifestations, praying to him as a Jew. You know, I've missed davening. I'm a Reformed Jew, and I used to get up on the, you know, the bima, and I used to be given aliyot, and I wore my talit because I am equal to any man. Even in my Jewishness, I am equal to any man. So I used to wear my talit, and I used to read the Torah portions, and I took great delight and comfort in that, you know, as a younger woman raising my children as Jews. So I thought, oh, well, I'll return to my Jewishness, and I'll go to shul occasionally. So I was watching the lovely live feeds, you know, that the synagogue, the temple down in the Gold Coast do. And what did I see? What did I witness after the horrific attack on Israel? Which enraged me, actually. That's how much I hate politicians and politicking, especially in a holy space, a sacred space, on holy ground. That shul invited every politician to come to the services for the ensuing Shabbats, and it fucking creeped me out. I thought, I can't go to that shul either. Any shul that aggrandizes politicians, deifies them. I myself have a t-shirt that says deify, because it actually says I defy, deify. Own your own warrior goddess, or your peaceful goddess, or your love goddess. But own it. You are a spark of the divine. You should grovel before no man, woman, or child, or politician. So to see my fellow Jews sycophantically inviting all these politicians, you know, they don't even realise how unsafe and unwise that really is. You know, the rabbi down there in the Gold Coast, aggrandising these people, thinking that they will provide the Jewish people honour and safety and merit and respect. You can't trust them. Rabbi, I don't know you, Rabbi, personally, but I'm telling you on my video here and now, the Tanya doesn't trust any of them and never will, as long as I draw breath. I've seen too much evil happen in my own life, and even in recent years, to have put any trust in any politician ever again. So my advice to you, Rabbi, and your congregation, don't deify clay-footed people in positions of power using our money to feather their nests. Know before whom you stand, it says at the bima, at the ark. Know before whom thy stand. Adonai, Shekhinah. That is the only energy that should have any superiority over human beings. And even him I will argue with, because I'm a shaman. Anyway, I'm feeling the need to express and emote today. that energy that entered my body, mind and spirit yesterday afternoon, had me singing and dancing, is still with me, and it's a beautiful thing, a powerful, beautiful, blessed thing. Even though it's cost me a potential love partnership because it scares people. C'est la vie, say the big boys. It goes to show you never can tell. But I'm not angry or bitter. I'm just, yes, kind of happy in a way that I found out yet again my own value as a spirit, and I'm happy that happened. It was a timely reminder. Never quit, never cede, never yield to anyone. Be your own goddess, God, under the auspices of the one that created you and gave you your divine spark, your neshama, your soul. Because the I and the thou, people, that is a symbiotic relationship that will nourish, nurture and protect you for eons, long past the time when you leave this body. Anyway, I'm so fucking alive and innovated right now. I should be making love to a beautiful man, but I'm not teasing any beautiful men out there. I'm just saying I'm open again, and that is a beautiful thing. And the love making will happen when I have developed a relationship based on honour, respect and trust and genuine, authentic care. And I guess I'll know. I hope I'll know. I hope my angels will guide me to know when it's the right person and the right time, and that it's real this time, because my angels know I cannot sustain any more false fake men ever again. It will literally kill me, and I'm dying at this point in time. I'm spiraling under as it is. So I want something beautiful and life-affirming. I've kicked death. He's packaged up in his parcel to be returned to Lynn. I've kicked death away in recent days, weeks. Okay? I'm ready to invoke full, vibrant life force, sensuality, joy, shalom, honor, integrity, vivaciousness. I invoke it into my body, mind and spirit again. Carefully calibrating it, holding it sacred, contained for the right man to enter my life with heartfelt, pure, honouring, generous, kind intentions. I looked at my videos. I've been obsessively studying my own videos and what I'm putting out to the world in these videos to you, people of Earth, trying to quantify how crazy I seem or how lonely and pathetic I must look, and therefore vulnerable, and trying to quantify if that's what I'm attracting, another oppressor, or if I have truly drawn in someone kind this time. And so I watched the video of when I talked about Saboteurs Be Gone, meeting that beautiful young Aboriginal man who was far too young for me, so I didn't give him my phone number or show any sexual real interest. I tamped it immediately down because he was only 40, it's ridiculous. And now, after watching the video again, I had a moment of regret. I thought maybe that was the one. He was massaging my my scar tissue and showing me real heartfelt love, and I walked away from it because I can't trust. I couldn't trust. And it makes me wonder how many eons I'll have to keep walking away from potential partners because I can't trust. But anyway, he was a lovely young man, and I did bless him to find his own true love and joy and peace with someone who adores him, because that's what I want for myself too. So it's beautiful and it's powerful and it's poignant, and the dance continues, right? The dance amongst the Sephirot. 8th of November 2023. Optus had an outage. It's been all day. It's now 2:25 p.m. So annoying and frustrating. I hate being at the mercy of technology. I thought my iPhone had finally died as it overheats and had used up all its storage. But then I realised even my landline was down. So, Charlie is gifting me a cuddle and a nibble as I can't do anything as no Wi-Fi, as Optus has an outage all freaking day. So I can't use my laptop to make the videos, i.e. read from my vocal media journals. So I made good use of the break from the internet by playing music and reading a book. Then I asked my neighbour if he had internet. He did, as he's with a different company. But he advised me to turn off Wi-Fi so I could still use my iPhone. Yay! Thank God for having tech-savvy neighbours. And here's a photo of my beautiful Charlie nibbling my hand. My sweet little baby. She's outside. I wanted to do this laptop reading outside, but I couldn't see the screen. I couldn't read anything. So that was annoying, because I actually want to be with my little birdie today. Maybe I'll go and get her and bring her in here. I might do that. I think it's going to rain soon too. Because she's the problem with her is she shits a lot, and it's usually all over me. But when have I not, I'm accustomed to being shat on from a great height by other entities. So what else is new? Here we go, Charlie. Mummy's decided she doesn't want you to be alone anymore. Enough loneliness. Come to Mama. We're not alone, are we, darling? We've got the spirits. We've got each other. I love you. Do you love me? You love me? Excuse me? You do love me, don't I? Know. She goes, don't ask stupid questions, Mama T. You know I love you. You know I love my mama. I loves my mama, I does. I'll just get a schmutter. A schmutter is a rag. Because she will shit. She will shit everywhere. Whenever she sees her mama, she loves us so much, she releases the bowels. It is what it is. It's birdie num num logic. I don't understand birdie num num logic, but it works for the birdie num num. Right, here we go. Where was I? I showed you the photograph of the birdie, but here we have the real thing now. Kissy, kissy. Here's my kiss. Are you happy, Charlie? Are you a happy birdie? I can hear a baby bird out there. I hear a baby lorikeet birdie. It's going, eep, eep, eep. There's a baby out there. Are you pretending to be a mummy bird out there with someone else's baby? I know. Birdie mummy. Here's a photo of some lovely power shell earrings I made. So I haven't just been trying to rebuild my life hoping that some man's going to come along and be the be all and end all and everything for me, because that's never happened in all my life. I've been busy, with my jewellery and rebuilding my life from too many ground zeros. And I haven't made jewellery for a while because I've been focused on putting my stories up on YouTube, so there is that. But I'll get back into it in due course when I'm ready. Here's some close-ups. I will. I just need more silver, more sterling silver, more motivation, more time. And I've got my work at the moment is to figure out what's happening with my life. Figure out if I'm actually going to die or not, because, well, who knows? We never know these things. That's in the lap of the gods. And figure out what's happening with people coming forward, saying that they want me in their life on some level. And seeing what's happening with my wild dancing on the weekend, all the love I do receive there from, my friends. And seeing what's happening with our planet in general. And seeing what's happening with the angels who sent me extra strength yesterday. So thank you, angels. It was a bit crazy how I went from lying there like a half-dead corpse to dancing in my kitchen, making yogurt and singing loudly and scaring my neighbour who watches me day and night, by the way. So there's a method in my madness, people. I know how to keep them all in their little box, just a little bit at bay. Don't chew that, Missy. Don't chew that. 1:11 p.m. The angels. Don't chew. She did it again. You're so cheeky. The angels are laughing and smiling. I'm watching you. I'm multitasking. I'm managing one of my children and reading at the same time. And try not to go crazy, Charlie. Sorry, we'll start again. 1:11 p.m. The angels. Now she's chewing my earring. Oh, she can't do any harm to that. That's okay. The angels are laughing and smiling and singing with us. Beauty in our world, in spite of the horror. Always hold the beauty precious. I had a beautiful morning chatting on Messenger with my longtime friend, Efren, who I met 23 years ago when I worked at the Queensland Police Academy. If you don't honour Mama's nose like any other entity on this planet, you will get put back in your cage, Missy. No means no. Yeah, what's up? She knows too, cheeky girl. He told me some wonderful news. His baby will be born on Friday 11th November 2022. Happy birthday. A big welcome to Maximilian. Amazing. A blessing on your head, little one. May you and your dear parents always be surrounded by much, much love and light. Stop chewing my earrings. May good fortune favour you for a goodly, just and healthy and prosperous life. My heart rejoices for you all. Mi amores. My friend's Mexican. It's funny, we met at the police academy. Oh, he was so handsome. He was such a handsome young man. Oh, he was so beautiful, that boy. Because he was a little bit younger than me. I was 35. I know I was 34 at the time. And he would have been about 24. He was so beautiful. But she's going to drive me mad. I have to take it out. I was madly in love with that Devo David Davidson at the time, and I was completely strung out mentally from it all and traumatised and off my chops, literally off my chops. So, and then I sort of looked at this beautiful young man. I thought I should move on. This might be something really beautiful for me. And there was a love between us, like a true friendship love, sacred heart, true friendship love. And Efren has Jewish ancestry, so we bonded over that. And he asked to come to a Hanukkah party that I was hosting, with my children, and had invited members from my community. And he sort of looked at me at lunchtime and said, "Are you going to invite me to your Hanukkah party? Because I am Jewish too." And he just did it in this kind of like sad little boy, wistful way. And I was like, of course you can come to the Hanukkah party. Of course you were Jewish, Ephraim. And he actually came, and we all had a lovely time. And of course, all my acquaintances and friends, well, not my close friends because they knew better, but a lot of the friends and acquaintances that we thought that he and I were a couple. And I was like, oh no, we're just friends. And people were so weird, They see love between two people and they immediately assume that it's sexual and kind of sordid, and it's so disappointing that people always jump to the wrong conclusions, When I'm with my true love, beloved friends who genuinely love me and have demonstrated that over the decades. Oh, the envy and the spite I had to endure from other people, especially men, rival men. Be like, what is your problem? David Davidson used to go insane when he saw me with a beautiful man, which was hilarious since he was stopping everyone in the community and certainly hadn't made a commitment to me. But God forbid I should come to a Jewish... I actually took my friend Jared one time to a Jewish function, and David Davidson literally lost his shit. He was running around both of us in circles and then came up to Jared, and being Israelis are very forthright people by and large. He looks at Jared, he says, well, who are you? I couldn't believe the chutzpah, the absolute chutzpah. And I said, this is my longtime friend and brother, Jared Nielsen. And who he is none of your business. Sort of put him in his place, Oh my goodness. And it was hilarious. It was actually hilarious. And I actually thought that David Davidson had no love for me at all and was just a cesspit of fuckery, right? But yeah, he got jealous that day just because I had a beautiful looking friend, because my friend Jared is beautiful looking. Well, we both were beautiful when we were young anyway. We're old now. But he was so distressed that I had a man with me. Like, in his worldview, he thought I was some kind of fucking object or possession sitting around, waiting around, pining for him, right? Which I did do for a long time. I admit that was not healthy. And I didn't bring Jared to make anyone jealous. I can't remember what the function was. There was a reason why Jared actually wanted to come along. It was unusual. So he doesn't usually, go with me to Jewish functions or any other functions. Doesn't go dancing with me either, So it must have been some special or important occasion. But even Jared said, I'll never forget, he said, how he ran around you in circles, Tanya, trying to get our attention. I was just being cool because he wasn't my boyfriend. Anyway, that's a funny memory. It's a funny memory. People are weird, As they say in the English vernacular, there's nought queerer than folk. Oh, you have to laugh. I'm not actually English, but I have English ancestry, and I was raised in my childhood with a lot of English friends and neighbours, so I can quickly lapse into an English accent because I'm a chameleon and I have an ear. My daughter's the same. My daughter's a professional actor and she can very quickly learn an accent. She actually was teaching voice coaching at one stage because she's got the musical ear, which I kind of lack, to be fair, and she can pick up the dialect very quickly. She's very talented, my daughter. But anyway, it is what it is. So I posted ranting about the COVID regime, and that I said there should be no amnesty, and that they were and are violators of the most sacred of all things, our life force, our blood, and our reproduction systems. And then I said, rotten hell, you perpetrators. And that's my thoughts and feelings on that, and that will not change for as long as I draw breath on this planet, and it won't change long after I am dead, because I am leaving my thoughts and feelings on that in the ether for eternity. So bear that in mind. I'm an authentic, heartfelt, decent human being. And if I say something was evil, you should really sit up and take notice, because I have the decades of trauma to discern that. So I posted here a picture of more PowerShell that I had cut out and worked hard at. I'm seeping with grief that none of it's sold and that I haven't made a success of myself. But, you know, the COVID epoch, so many people were driven to bankruptcy and lost their businesses, and here I am trying to start one in the middle of this mishegas. It's insanity beyond belief. So I'm just quietly floating in the shallows, hoping to catch the next wave of prosperity and positivity when I feel my spirit feels is the right time to get myself back out into the markets and try and make some money, right? Haven't made any money, and it's time I made money for my efforts, by the way. I've worked hard all my life. I've got nothing to show for it because I was robbed by things that were beyond my control. Evil family, evil ex-husband, evil lovers, and robbed by my own ill health and failures to thrive as well. And then, just as I come back to life after the near-death experience in 2019, start to revivify myself. Late though I am, I was robbed by the COVID bullshit. So it's not fair, people. And it's costing me potential partnerships because they think I'm a bum and a loser and a failure. And I get it. It does look that way. But I'm not. I've worked hard all my life, even to be alive. Never mind the rest, the fripperies, the fringe benefits, the houses, the businesses, the cars, all robbed of me. So it is what it is. But life is beautiful, and I'm finding my balance again, and I'm rebuilding, even by expressing my views and my truth and my experiences on YouTube. Bit by bit, moment by moment, day by day, brick by brick, I am rebuilding. So my comment on those beautiful PowerShell photo was, I am feeling blue as the vast oceans today. Blue, blue, electric blue, that's the colour of my room. A taste of home. Home is where the PowerShell grows, on Mother Earth, in the arms of Tangaroa. Pardon me, I'm a bit hungry, I'll have to eat soon. I have to go out and buy food. Oh, what a drag. Wild and free, untainted by human interventions, but not quite. I see earrings or pendants in their future, hand cut by me, damaged my lungs, so eminently precious. Life is beautiful, but also precarious, dying for our art, priceless. And then I put tags on it, Titania's realm, power, the Chaim, to life, and avoiding the apocalypse gifted me Calypso blues. Yeah, being poisoned by PowerShell in your lungs is not cool, man. And then the recent attack from the COVID in my already clogged up lungs, I've taken quite a hit. And in the midst of that, began a new friendship that I felt was inspiring. And I've taken quite some hits. Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me quickly. Oh, that's not how the song goes. Hit me quickly. Hit me quick. Oh, anyway, see, I can never be a song person because I always forget the words. This person wanted me to write songs, by the way. Imagine me writing songs and then forgetting my own words. I actually did start to write a song yesterday. So the muses reactivated along with my nascent, tentative, tickling, trepidatious, is that even a word? Libido. Living la vida loca, baby. My libido is elevating, but I'll have to punch her down like dough on a beautiful loaf of bread, because we can't get too yeasty, baby, until the timing is right. Otherwise, we'll have the long, acrid flatbread of the Pesach matzah when it all falls flat and turns to bitterness and cardboard in the mouth. And that's not what I want for my future. There's been quite enough acrid bitterness and cardboard. I need a good, solid loaf of healthy, life-affirming, zesty bread. Your mother's gone mental, Charlie. Don't mind me. We'll be back. We're recalibrating. We will be dancing. Well, you're not. You're not, Charlie. But the mama will be dancing on the Friday. Yes, she'll be reviving herself, dancing wildly in full view of the spirits and my beautiful band, men, my merry band. And, you know, the Brooklyn Standard and all the people in the club, and they will see the mama doing her shamanic thing, and they'll be like, who's that crazy woman over there? Who's that crazy woman? And the mama won't care, because the mama does that every weekend. She does the crazy thing. Yes. And then she comes home to the Charlie, and the Charlie goes, what did you do, Mama T? Did you dance wildly again? I want your full attention, but now you're tired and you're a drag, Mama T. I'm a drag when I'm tired. You didn't see me all day yesterday because I was too tired, Charlie. That's why she's happy to be with me today. It's why I said I don't want to leave her alone today. It's not fair. If you have a pet, you have a responsibility to be there for them. Just like when you have a lover, or a lover has you as an equal, you have a responsibility to be there with them. But, well, maybe not a responsibility. Well, you do if you're living together, I suppose. But you have a choice. You have a choice to choose them each and every time, morning, noon, and night, out of a space of safety and happiness and contentment. Contentment and happiness. Oh, they're not quite the same thing. You always have a choice, people, in any given singular moment, in any breath, you have a choice. 8th of November 2021, 1:20 p.m. I just got up and grabbed Charlie to put her outside. Yes, that's you, Charlie. To put her outside in the garden. I was holding her on my hand while simultaneously cleaning her food bowls under the sink. She swished her tail feathers, did a little poo, then kept swishing. An egg fell out of her cloaca, my goodness, Charlie, into my sink. Amazing. She must have been holding on to it all morning. Do you remember that? When you just splotched an egg out into my sink? Yes. A pity it's not fertilised. She still won't do the wild thing with the wild boy birds. You was a good girl like your mama. You're keeping yourself pristine for the nice boy bird that loves you. I think my bird's a lesbian though. She really doesn't like any of the boys. You don't like Easter boys, do you? No, I know. I'm not teasing you, Charlie. I know who you are. I know exactly who you are and what you're about. 8th of November 2020. I think she loves me more than any of the wild birds, actually. You're a lesbian humanist, Charlie. It's not quite normal, Charlie, but it happens with birds. They can imprint on you and love you more than their own kind. It's a bit bizarre. It's a bit bizarre, Charlie. But I remember when I went to visit my then friends Jenny and her daughter Rhiannon, and Rhiannon had you in your cage, yes. I remember the first time we set eyes on each other. There's the poopykin just went. And I thought she pooed, but she didn't. Or was it down my back? It's probably down my back. The first time you and I met, you were in Rhiannon's bedroom in her cage, in your cage. And you took one look at me and you did this courtship ritual dance that lorikeets do with each other. And it's like this swaying from side to side, like this, very coy. And I looked at her and I said, who are you? And Rhiannon said, that's Charlie. I said, Charlie's a bit in love. Rhiannon laughed too. And only a few weeks later, they gave Charlie to me, which was very random and unexpected and lovely. And you've been with me ever since, have you little horn bag? You've been with your mama ever since. Do you remember Riri? Where's Riri? Riri was your first human mama. Riri. Where's Riri? Riri. Where's a Riri? What's up? Oh, and yes, and when they gave her to me, they said to me, Jenny and Rhiannon said, Charlie speaks and she says, what's up? And what are you doing? She's never said, what are you doing to me? But they said, she says, what's up? What are you doing? Hello, something else. And for the first 12 months, she never once said, what's up? Not once. And then one day, just randomly one day, she just went, what's up? I nearly fell off my chair, got a fright. Here's a photo of a nice dinner that my beautiful friend and brother adopted, well, not officially adopted, but he is my brother. We've been friends now for 32 years. He's been through a lot of shit with me. He's taught me through a lot of shit. He was there for me through the David Davidson debacle. He was there for me when my heart was broken over that other frickin' ignoble twat. Not naming him because I'm not empowering him. And he's been there for me through everything, and which is why I flip out when he drifts away from time to time, because he's my family. It's the only family I have. And well, my daughter, but she's drifting away. She's drifted away too. So here I sit alone in my house, in my sacred space garden, holding myself together with my birdie, telling my stories, being vulnerable and real about who I am, right? Even though I know there's people out there think I'm a crazy bitch and a loser and an asshole. I know that. I don't care, because I'm not any of those things. I'm relieved and happy to hear that Trump is no longer president. I didn't like that man long before he was made president. Now America can begin to heal herself from that ignoble fracas and 4 years of flirting with fascism. And I hope they smudge the entire White House with sweetgrass. And I pray that this planet is better protected from dangerous morons. The zombie apocalypse can be beaten back now. Oh, I wish it would be beaten back. We are blowing love and light back into their faces. Wake up, before it's too late. Let love heal our world. Let the timelines recalibrate and bring us the most beneficial future for all life forms. No racism, no misogyny, no out-of-kilter, wealthy, entitled lunatics bringing us to the brink of global destruction. Biden might not be the answer either, but it's a start. Well, no, actually, no. They're all corrupt and evil. Which is why I said to you, no politician should be aggrandised or put in really in places of power over us. No human mortal. We need to form our own communities and of craftspeople and tradespeople and doctors and lawyers who are ethical and decent. Good luck with that. Seriously, good luck with that. And carpenters and mechanics, people who are prepared to contribute in an Ubuntu type society where we support each other and protect each other without any leadership, putting idiots in positions of leadership over our heads. We need to lead by example, by living our best lives, providing for our families and our friends and our communities in safety and in honour and integrity. I don't know how we can manifest a world like that, but on a good night I can hear it breathing. We'll never have it if we have two-party systems or even three-party. We'll never have that, never. They're all corrupt and evil, all of them. I don't care what their names are or their faces. Show me a politician and I'll show you an asshole. Absolutely. I'm convinced of that after this last 4 years. How they all turned like rabid dogs at the first whiff of power and of money, wickedness. I want to vomit when I think about it, but I'm not going to give them my energy. They're not worthy. Not one of them is worthy of me. I had an early morning, I had early morning cuddles with little Coco too, which also, that's also has been a bit upsetting. The last time I saw little Coco with my friend Peter, I said to him, you can't come close to me. I can't cuddle Coco because I have COVID. I was actually, had COVID antibodies. And he said, okay, I'll come and see you in a few weeks. We'll invite you to our place because he's moved in with his missus, as they should, That's the right thing to do. And he said, we'll invite you, and I've built a pizza oven. We'll have a wood-fired pizza, and I'll show you all the things I've done. Done the house up. I haven't heard from them since. For all they know, I could have dropped dead of the COVID, right? So I'm fair pissed off about that too. How people just will randomly drop me for I've done nothing. I did nothing. All I did was get vulnerable because I got sick. Anyway, I could call them and say, hey, what happened to you? And I feel a bit awful because maybe his elderly mum's died or something's happened to Coco. So yeah, I probably will follow up and call them. I'll eat fucking humble pie and go, why haven't I heard for you for 3 weeks? And, but I'm almost scared to now because what if his mum's died? Surely he would have told me if his mum had died because I was quite close to his mother. Anyway, but I'm a bit peeved off how everyone headed for the hills when I got sick, except for this love interest who seemed to quite like me, vulnerable and ill, but can't handle it when I regain my equilibrium, right? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of all the gods. I'll never get it right, will I? I'll never get it right with human interactions. I'll never. It's never gonna work out for me in any way, form or manner. I'll just accept it and I'll just keep dancing on the weekend, be surrounded by people who at least can tolerate me and enjoy my wildness and just keep living my best life because the rest is bullshit. It's just fetishizing and fantasies. It's bullshit. Anyway, I had early morning cuddles with little Coco too. Robin was taking her for a wee walk to the forest and stopped to say hello. Little Coco wrapped both her front legs around my neck and shoulders and smothered me with tiny doggy kisses. I miss my Coco. I miss her slobbery doggy kisses. It was glorious. So much love embodied in a tiny poodle cross Shih Tzu. That little dog just adores me. I've done nothing to earn it. All I have to do is be the Tanya. It made my day. My daughter Crystal and Jared are coming over this afternoon, so I am excited about that too. Pity the skies are grey and overcast, but rain is always welcome after the long, long drought we have had, so happiness manifesting all around and inside me. 8th of November 2019. Now in this I talk about the trickster spirits that feed me with horseshit, right? 11:01 p.m. I keep hearing that they didn't name it, he will fight his way back to me. I have no idea what spirit means. If by he they mean Dave, oh dear goddess, then he has never fought to be with me. He has expected me to chase after him like a beggar for scraps of love, and I will never, ever do that again. Not after the last phone call I made on 25th of July when he put me on hold. So this was 2019, when I was quite vulnerable because I was still recovering from that awful gallbladder surgery, which I had very minimal support. I had no support from anyone. You know, Jared came for 2 days. He did help for 2 days, and Lynn helped for 2 days, but I had no support from anyone else. Heinous it was, heinous. And I was desperately ill then. Honestly, I don't know how I'm alive. Why am I alive, people? What? Why? Oh well, it's a rhetorical question since I'm still very much alive and blooming and regaining my full vibrancy. Why am I alive? Because you're the Tanya, baby. I deserve to be loved passionately, romantically, and deeply. To be, I see I'm laughing because it's like this last one was making all those utterances, but we all know. We all know it's just a teasing feeling out to see how far they can get with me, right? We know this. I know this. To be in a communicative, loyal, faithful love partnership. Now I'll give credit where it's due. This last gentleman was very communicative, but he would withhold communication. As soon as he started withholding communication, getting a bit weird on me, I thought, here we go. It's another game. But there was a fair bit of good, open, honest communication, which I told him I really appreciated and valued. And I do appreciate and value good, open, honest communicator who responds to your texts and your phone calls and doesn't sadistically put you on hold when you're mid-conversation and leave you hanging like you're some dog. I tell you what, he was an evil man. It's taken me a long time to accept it because I didn't want to, because I loved so deeply, but he truly was an evil man, how he treated me. And what's the best he can do? When I turned up the first time at Brooklyn Standard, his cousin, who is his own blood, danced around me all night long. And did he shit himself when he saw my beautiful, soulful friend who has my back. Scott mouthed to me, I love you, and I mouthed back, I love you too. And the cousin nearly shit himself because they don't know, he didn't know that I have men in my life who truly do love and honour me, non-sexually, but just as powerfully and beautifully as any sexual partner. In fact, more beautifully because it's a sacred trust of honour and respect that will not be sullied or tainted by any lacklustre fools that want to writhe on my meridians and then fuck off into the desert of no name, where they belong, by the way, when they're disingenuous like that. So there you go. Another saboteur terrified of my power as a woman. But I was gifted love that night, and that nourished me and still nourishes me all these weeks later in these weird and turbulent, confusing times. Real love, people, authentic and true. That's what I'm holding out for my next sexual partner, however he manifests or presents himself to me. Real love. No domination and no controlling and no game playing, no manipulations, no fainting and tossing. Real love. So who is fighting for his right to be my partner, my man? Who is indeed? This was spirit communication, by the way, which can be crazy making when they lie to me. 8th of November 2019. So that was what? 4 years ago. There was no one in my life at that time. None. Hasn't been. Until very, very recently has there been any real interest shown. Well, the past year has been a few people, light up, but nothing real, Who is fighting for his right to be my partner, my man? It does not make sense. There is no other man in my life. I only love... I'm not even going to name that entity because it's just vile beyond belief. And it's hopeless. All he can do is taunt me at drumming or occasionally at the casino with his women and friends and in tow, and cousin, by the way. Ridiculous. But I'll give the cousin credit. He didn't threaten me. He wasn't threatening. He was just curious. I think curious. Because that creep that I had been involved with would have told him all sorts of inappropriate, secret stories about our interactions. Just saying. Definitely not a gentleman. Just saying. If I get early onset dementia or stroke out, it will be related to the 3 strangulations I received in the 90s. My perpetrators lived long and prospered. One even married again and bred 3 more children, then haunted me in early June 2016. I hope, like all my other abusers, he just fucking rots in hell. Unfortunately, I have been left with decades of agony, poverty, and trauma issues instead. Not dying has not exactly done me any favours, but I am here, alive. It's just puzzling. And that was in response to an article called Calling Card of a Killer, Strangulation is Spousal Abuse Tip-Off. You think? Duh. By the time they reach the point where they're putting their hands on your throat and squeezing the life out of you, they're not your friend or partner or a man worthy of your essence. But it's our government, how they passively, even the language is passive. It's a spousal abuse tip-off. No, is someone trying to kill someone? You dickheads? They're such dicks. This is our society. It's built on dickheadness, run by politicians. I mean, you'd laugh, but it's not funny. It's horrific. Today has moved very, very slowly. I have my debrief at 3 p.m. Been out of bed since 11 a.m. It feels like the earth is waiting to exhale. I have to leave the house at 2:30 p.m. and it is so hot, I don't want to even get in the car. I need to regas my air conditioning unit as it was so hot yesterday and the car aircon was useless. So, Charlie, what are you doing up there? I'll show you. You see me keep looking over here? Look, she's sitting on the Māori warrior canoe. I don't know what she's doing. That's the flirting behaviour, isn't it? The courtship behaviour. Making kissy faces to her reflection in the window. Oh well, look, she's happy. Let her be. She's fine. I don't need to be a helicopter mother of everything, do I? Mamati can relax. Mamati can just chill the fuck out. It's hot in here though. It's hard to chill when it's hot. I might go swimming later on this afternoon. What's the time? 2:18 p.m. I should go for a nice cool swim. Is my front door open? Let's go. We'll go and explore. Did you hear that big bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bam boom? My front door must be open. Front door is not open. Okay, that's weird. The spirits are often in my house quite active. That's okay. They won't do anything, Charlie. They won't do anything. They better not. They better behave. Getting sore tuchus. My ass is class, but it gets sore on the wooden bench. 8th of November 2018. Thank the gods for a cool change. The heat wave was killing me. What is wrong with my voice? Well, that was epic. Had to hold my bladder and drive like a maniac as I wrote so much psycho blather that I left myself only 17 minutes to get to the hospital. Got here in time, but holy hell, the car park was full. So I drove around twice, then gave up and scooted to the streets like a besieged harridan. Parked my car, phoned reception, then took off my fake Birkenstocks as one cannot possibly run in them. Bolted to the hospital from 3 streets away, simultaneously coughing and wheezing. I know, Charlie. A nice driver gave way to me at a crossing. Could see me running hell for leather. Yes, random acts of kindness. Bloody computer, what did you do that for? Yes, random acts of kindness. Ran like a screaming hormone to the X-ray department. Got taken in fairly quickly. Hallelujah. Now waiting for films or whatever format I get the results given to me. While waiting at reception after my ultrasound, another patient was standing beside me, showing off her newly tattooed eyebrows. I asked to see them. She had a fringe. By the gods, they looked great. I'm thinking about that. I might get mine done one day if I ever get any money, because I'm going all grey and fucking... I would never do plastic surgery, but tattooed eyebrows. They were impressive, man. I just had my crone brows waxed and dyed yesterday, but feel that tattooing would be better to hide the patchy old lady brows. So sexy. All the fetishists on YouTube just lost their shit, right? And I'm actually just joking. I'm playing with my own identity, my own spirit, my own isness. Because I don't take myself seriously all the time, people. Sometimes even I can see this, the funny fucking side of things. Which I declared loudly that I wanted to get rid of my old lady brows. And the staff and patients laughed along with me. I then said, I'm getting older as time has flown so fast when signing my Medicare slip. The receptionist, similar in age, agreed with me that she found time had accelerated and she remembered her mother complaining of the same thing. I nodded. Of course, I said, it is not aging, but a space-time continuum glitch. No, Charlie, I just took that away from you for a reason. The lady receptionist and I laughed uproariously. When I sat down, another woman patient of similar vintage said, you might meet Q or the doctor. You're such a naughty child, Charlie. You're going to go in the garden. You're going back in the garden. Yes, you are. I said, I am not getting in that TARDIS. That thing takes you to all sorts of strange places. And the doctor better be good looking. Let's be superficial while we age gracefully. Then I remembered the new doctor, we're talking about Doctor Who, not the doctor in the hospital, by the way. Then I remembered the new doctor is a woman. So I said, we are bending gender roles and bringing back the divine feminine.